This is workbook page 95. And what we're going to do today, all we're going to worry about is writing an equation, and then tomorrow we're going to worry about solving them, okay? So let's look at number 1. The population of New York City increased from 8,008,278 in 2000 to 8,169,730 in 2005. The annual rate of population increase for the period was about 0.4%. We're going to write an equation. So, first of all, I need to ask you, is this a growth, a decay, or a compound interest? It is a growth one. So how do we know it's a growth? It increased. So that right there helps us know it's growth. Okay. So what I want to do is I just want to write the equation down. Just the basic one. So then we can fill everything in. So for the equation, you guys, R and T are going to be left as letters. So when you're writing an equation, Y and T are left as your letters. Okay, so our first question is A. A says the initial amount. So where is the starting point? What was our initial amount?
8,278.
Yep, so this right here is our initial amount. So, Y equals 8,008,278.
Why is the final?
No, that's the beginning.
Why is the final?
Oh, but that's not our final one. It's just telling you it's increased. When you're writing an equation, when you're writing an equation, the Y will stay. Okay, then we're going to write 1. And then what is our rate?
4%.
So this is our rate, right? 0.4%. But when you go to write it, you have to write it as a decimal. This is a decimal percent. I need it just to be a decimal. So you guys, to write it as a decimal, you're going to move it 1, 2. And then we're going to fill it with zeros. So you move your decimal 2 places to the left. And then you're going to put T. That's your equation. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you exactly what to do, but that's your growth equation. Your initial value, the 1 is always there. This is growth, so that's why I wrote addition. And I always change my rate to a decimal. Okay? Done for the day with that one. All I care about today is writing equations. That's where I want you to get. So on your quiz, you can see it, right? I give you a word problem. I'm going to ask you for the initial amount. I'm going to ask you for the rate. I'm going to ask you whether it's growth, decay, or compound interest. And then I'm going to ask you to write an equation. Okay? Okay, here is number 2. Savings. The Fresh and Green Company has a savings plan for its employees. If an employee makes an initial contribution of $1,000, the company pays 8% interest compounded quarterly. So, is this a growth, a decay, or compounded quarterly? I mean compounded interest. It's compounded interest. Okay. Now, with the compound interest equation, in a compound interest equation, the A is always going to stay, and the T is always going to stay. So A. P is your principal, or the amount that you're starting with. So how much money is an employee starting with?
1,000.
So 1,000 is our starting point. Compound interest? The 1's going to stay there. What is my R? What is my rate? 8%. How do you write 8% as a decimal? Nope, just 0.08. The other one had 2 zeros in front of it because it was 0.4. Now, it says compounded quarterly. Well, how many quarters are in a year? 4, because it's 4. And then your exponent is going to be 4t. So remember what I said. When you go to write the equation, a always stays and t always stays. Those are the things that we're going to fill in. Well, actually, we're going to fill in t and we're going to figure out a. So 1,000 is the principal rate. How many times it's compounded, and then it's 4t. Yes. Go ahead.
The number of times and the t equals 4.
Because you're going to multiply the years how many times? So it's going to be like, it's 4 times every year. So you have to divide the 0.8 divided by 4, because that's how many, like you're not getting it every month. So you get it 4 times a month. 4 times a year. And then how many times? So like if I said 5 years, that would happen 20 times. So that's what the exponent is how many times basically that's going to happen. Okay, can you do me a favor? Get in my cabinet. No, get in my drawer.
Here?
No, top drawer.
Okay.
Do you see the little stamps? There's little stamps.
Or
Well, you can put those stamps on. Give me that stamp.
Oh, okay.
Give me that stamp. Oh, this is going to be loud. What is today?
The 16th. That's crazy.
Okay. That's probably a little too loud while I'm recording. But there's some little stamps there. Nope. You see the little like pink?
Oh, yeah.
See those?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Just stamp them.
Okay, cool.